So welcome to my studio, it's Dena Tollefson. In today's video, I'll show you how to create your own version of this little town of Bethlehem, the path leading to Jesus being born in the stable. It'll be a lot of fun and I'm so glad that you're here, so let's get started. So for the supplies you'll need to create today's greeting card, I'm using making greeting cards. You can make your own greeting card by taking watercolor paper and folding it in half and using an envelope. I'm using pre-made ones here. These are mixed media cards from Strathmore. You can also use watercolor cards. And when it's done, it will go inside an envelope to give to a loved one. But the other things that you'll need for today are you'll need watercolor brushes, you'll need some calligraphy ink, and I'm using a Winsor & Newton calligraphy ink that's used for dip pens and for brushes. And you'll need watercolors. I'm using watercoloring pans that come on tubes, and then you put it in the pan and add water. You also can just use regular watercolors if you like. Regular watercolors that just come in a pan like this work as well. So the other thing that you'll need are your watercolor brushes. So I've got 3 watercolor brushes here that I'm using. I've got a 3/4 inch wash, a number 4, and a number 10. These are by Silver Black Velvet. So to get started on our card, I went ahead and drew in the Christmas star and Bethlehem and a path leading to it, and this will be the fields, and this is going to be kind of an abstract painting. And let's get started by working on the sky. So let's go ahead and wet the entire surface of the sky. We'll have the Winsor yellow coming out here, and then out in our sky, let's get this wonderful, what's that one? Let's see. That's this little guy here. That's the Holbein Peacock Blue. Let's get some Holbein Peacock Blue out here. Get a little bit more of it going out to darker as we go out away from the star. Okay, and then now let's put a darker color in. Let's put a nice, really deep dark color. Let's use the Winsor & Newton Prussian Blue, which is this fella right here. Let's get this dark, dark, dark color right on the outsides. Have a nice deep dark color. All the way up to the land. And we'll get this color going up around the buildings of Bethlehem. Colors to mingle a little bit. Out so we don't get green. Since yellow plus blue is green, but we want to just get a non-green effect. Oops. Just wipe it out like that. There we go. Just the effect that the star is chasing all the dark color away, which is essentially what Jesus does for us. Jesus chases the dark away. There we go. I'm thinking about the song, A Little Town of Bethlehem, if you're familiar with that. There we go. Now, what we'll want to do next is let this dry. So I'm going to go in and take the Chandler heat tool and dry that. There. And we know from the Bible that when Jesus was born, that a star appeared in the sky over Bethlehem. And then later, the star appeared. I guess the wise men came, and they had also seen the star, but they had seen the star, and so they traveled for, and I don't know if it, and I'm trying to remember if it was years that they traveled. If you remember, or if you know, let me know in the comments. Was it years that they traveled? How long did they travel? I want to do the stable where Jesus is. And I apologize. I know that I may or may not be making these historically accurate, but this is a kind of an abstracted painting. A little bit of light, but let's get Mary and Joseph in the manger in here. And the one with Mary and Joseph and Jesus, we're going to put in also just a little bit of this bright yellow that we had from before. So when Mary was giving birth to Jesus, they were in Bethlehem for a census, which is like they had to be counted. And then they came out. They didn't have anywhere to stay because everybody was in town for the census. They didn't have anywhere to stay. So they stayed in a stable because there wasn't any room for them in the inn. And that's where Jesus was born. This Prussian blue, I'm going to put a little bit here on this mixing tray. We just want a light wash of that. And we'll just use a little bit of water to just get this nice and soft here. Soften this edge here. But basically, you have a path that leads you over to the stables. There we go. Okay, so this abstracted scene is kind of based on one that I did for a banner I created for our church, St. Paul's Lutheran in Marion, Iowa. And the banners had a similar kind of an idea with essentially the path leading to Bethlehem. So I'm trying to kind of recreate that idea here in watercolor. What I'll do now is erase extra pencil lines. All right, so now is the exciting and fun part is to go ahead and use this, the calligraphy ink. So we're gonna go in and put the star in with the calligraphy ink. So this is a Winsor & Newton. It's used for dip pen and for brush. You have to shake it up really well. Put a little bit of extra protection over this spot here. There we go. Okay, now let's get our calligraphy ink open, and we'll just dip it right in. And I'm gonna follow the line that I had created with pencil. Have some kind of pointy edges. Design coming out this way as well. We can also use a little bit of this calligraphy ink showing the path up in here as well. Like that. There we go. Just a little bit of shine. A little bit of shine's always nice on Christmas cards. And this idea of the sun or the star radiating out, we'll put a few beams out as well. And I'm going to pull some of this yellow up onto the star. There we go. All right, so now the big moment of reveal. We can remove the tape of our little abstract. So our little path leading to Jesus being born in Bethlehem. Our little town of Bethlehem card is all complete. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's video, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas, and Jesus is the reason for the season. So I thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again soon. So until next time, it's Dena Tollefson, and all my best to you. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, my art club members. I appreciate you.